This will be a short video. I did promise you that we would work with difference of cubes. All you have to do to work with factoring a cubed plus b cubed, which is a sum of cubes, and a difference of cubes, a cubed minus b cubed, is identifying a and b. And then you just have to use the formula. Okay, so I've listed some cubes here. These are the ones that we're discussing in class. We have 1 to the third power, which is 1. 2 to the third power, which is 8. 3 to the third power, which is 27, and so on. So those are your perfect cubes, and it's good to know that in case we have to rewrite some of the expressions. We're going to go ahead and focus on just 2 of them. It's a very short video. But I just want to explain to you how you would factor this, okay? So remember that you want to use the formula. If it's a sum of cubes, then it's probably good to refer back to the formula. The formula, I'm going to go ahead and write it here, is a cubed plus b cubed. And it's pretty simple to remember. It's just going to be a plus b. That will be the first factor, and I did tell you that's a linear factor. You're going to square the first term, a squared. You're going to square the last term, which is b squared. And then since you're adding, you're going to be subtracting, and it's going to be ab plus b squared. Okay? So there's the formula. You don't have to memorize it. I'm going to give you the formula. Now we're just going to rewrite our expression so you can identify a and b. So you have x to the third power plus, we know that 64 is going to be 4 to the third power. So just by looking at the expression, you can identify that a is x and b is 4. So if you want to factor this, you're going to write your linear factor, which is x plus 4. Now it says here a squared, so you get your x, and you're going to square it. That's x squared. Minus our a is x and our b is 4, so you normally put the coefficient first, so that's 4x. Plus b is 4, so it's 4 squared, which is 16. This is your linear factor, and there's your quadratic factor. So once again, you don't have to memorize any formulas. I will provide this for you. So the difference of cubes is a cubed minus b cubed, and what you're going to have is your first factor is going to be a minus b. Now, the second factor is going to be a squared. Your last factor will be b squared. And since you're subtracting, it's just going to be opposite, which is ab. And so those are your factors. Your first one is your linear factor. The second one is your quadratic factor. So I'm going to do some rearranging. We have y to the third power minus, we know that 27 is a cube. It's going to be 3 to the third power. And just by looking at the expression, you notice that your y is going to represent a. So you have y minus 3. See that? Y minus 3. So your a is y and your b is 3. And so your second factor is going to be a quadratic factor. So you have y squared plus, what do you do with y and 3? You multiply, so it's 3y. And then your negative 3, or your 3 is going to be 3 squared, which is going to give you 9. And those are your factors. There's your linear factor. And there's your quadratic factor.